Have you been wondering how to stay resilient in tough times? How could a 10-minute video change anything about that? I tell you what, by the end of this video, you'll have 5 clear steps for how you're going to do that. Let's jump right in. Step 1, plan on it. Plan on tough times. It's not an if thing. It's a when. Have you been on the planet long enough to notice this? Psychologically, it changes the game when we plan on it. Then we're not tipped over when it happens. It's like, oh yeah, I was planning on this. Now you can't plan for the specifics because you don't know what's going to happen. What I'm saying is plan on having tough times. It doesn't mean that you're doing your life wrong either. It simply means that you're human. Welcome to Earth. That's how we roll here. Tough times are going to happen. Plan on it. And that's not bad news. Notice that when we anticipate or think about hard times, it feels like bad news. It's simply the way things are and part of this amazing experience that we call life on Earth. From that position, let's move on to step number 2, which is to learn how to properly operate the equipment of your own mind. Learn how to run this thing. Positivity is something that I talk about all the time here on the channel. In fact, there's a positive personal development playlist that you'll want to browse through a little bit. There's a lot of different topics there that will be helpful as we have this conversation. Learning to run the equipment means that we go to a higher level of thinking. Cognition means thinking. We'll put that right here at this level. Metacognition is a higher level. It's thinking about thinking. When you go to that level, it puts you into a position of choice and control. I love the fact that we can go to a level of metacognition because metacognition creates a space. And in that space is where choice exists. You don't get to choose what happens to you, do you? No, some stuff just happens. What do you get to choose? You always get to choose your position about what's happening to you. This is what I'm referring to when I talk about positivity. The model for positivity is summarized in my mini book, Portable Positivity, where I take you step by step through how to properly operate the equipment. That is huge. When you start to think about your own thinking, you have a higher level of choice and control. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, what the circumstances are, what has happened to you. And I don't want to sound cold because I care about you and I want you to have a good life. I also know that hard times are going to happen. So when they happen, let's make sure we know how to properly operate the equipment. You can connect to this mini book in the description down below. We'll give you a link so that you can connect to that. Here's a powerful next step. Connect to gratitude. Gratitude is probably the most powerful way to retain the emotional and mental energy that you will need to be resilient when hard times occur. Notice I didn't say if, I said when, because we know that it's happening. Connecting with gratitude in the hard time is extremely important. Now, notice I'm not saying be grateful for the hard time. I think eventually down the road, after all is said and done, probably you'll be able to find some gratitude for the hard time. I'm talking about being grateful and connecting with gratitude in the hard time. So while you're experiencing the pain, in the middle of the difficult circumstances that you find yourself in, if you will direct your mind to what you're grateful for, it will power up your resilience and your ability to deal with the circumstances that have presented themselves. So let's say that you're suffering from a diagnosis. You just went to the doctor, you found out you've got cancer. Or whatever it is. How can you feel grateful while you're dealing with a diagnosis of cancer? Great question. Make sure that it's a question, not a statement disguised as a question. You know, when you get into that, well, how can I feel grateful about this? It's not a question. Turn it back into a question. How can I feel grateful in the middle of all of this? Good question. Turn the brain on. Start to look around and see what you can find, for which you are sincerely grateful. Sometimes I call this a brain hack, because it's a powerful way to hack into the power of your own mind. Find the gratitude in the difficult circumstance. When you do this, you might find that you're really grateful for those friends and family that come around to support you. You might find, if you quiet your mind for a moment, that you are grateful for the cool breeze that you feel on your face, for the birds that are singing in the trees outside, for that freshly fallen snow. Look for something. Find the gratitude. It will increase your resiliency. Powerful tip number 4. Engage with people. We all share this planet together, and every one of us has been through and will yet go through hard times. Knowing that can connect us to people in some very profound and meaningful ways. Your efforts to connect with and engage with people during your hard times will help you to feel the love and support that they have for you. And you might even be surprised at how good people really are. Don't pay too much attention to the news, because you can get a really tainted view of humanity. Connect with the fact that we are not a special case. Even though what I'm going through right now might be unique to me, it's something I've never experienced before, it's not something that has never been experienced before by my other brothers and sisters on the planet. For me to humble myself and realize that I'm not a special case, reach out to other people and engage with them, connecting at a love level. And I'm not talking romance. I'm talking about the love choice. Have you noticed that every interaction we have is either an interaction of love or an interaction of hate? Either a little or a lot. That's what I'm talking about. You choose love. Choose to be on that side of the equation where there is empathy and compassion. And as you connect with other people, your power to deal with your difficult circumstances will increase. I guarantee it. And the last powerful tip to increase your resiliency in hard times: stay in the now. Philosophically, that's all you've got, is now. The past doesn't exist, except in our current thinking about it. The future, also non-existent, except in our current thinking about it. And current thinking is always now, isn't it? Right now, do this little experiment with me. Right now, in this moment, what, if anything, is lacking? Nothing is lacking. Right now, I mean. What if you're hungry? Are you okay right now? Yeah, you're okay right now. You're a little worried about the future if you don't eat something soon. You're okay right now. What if you're in pain? Same thing. Well, I'm okay right now, but I want the pain to stop soon. Is that weird? Connect with it. Do you have enough air? Do you have enough love? Do you have enough money? That's one people get in scarcity about sometimes. Well, I don't have enough money. Well, do you have enough for right now? I mean, for this moment. Yes, you do. Notice that right now, everything's good. I'm okay right now. Staying in the now, even if and especially when you're experiencing pain or difficulty, increases your power and your resilience. Wow, that's a powerful concept. Learning how to operate the equipment of your own mind is probably the best thing you can do for your personal development. That's why I've offered you a connection to portable positivity. You're going to find this really amazing. Connect to it right down there in the description. I saw her standing in the street.